In this video, we're going to be finding out about a project that brings top-level professional trading experience and knowledge and information to the crypto space.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Got crypto? Got a hardware wallet to keep your crypto safe? Then you have to have one of these to keep your seed phrase safe. The KEYSTONE tablet is fireproof, waterproof. You can use it to store 12-word, 18-word, 15-word, 24-word seed phrases. It comes with a full set of letters and everything you need to make sure that your seed phrase never gets destroyed or disappeared. Get one, get two, get three, have multiple copies. Use my affiliate link in the description below. Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. I'm joined once again by John DiBernadino. Sorry, John. And John is the CEO and co-founder of Mystic Labs, and they are launching all sorts of wonderful projects. There's Defund Finance. We did a video on that. Please go and check that out. And then they're doing something very, very exciting with MetaMask. So you should go and check out that video and watch that. And in this one, we're going to be talking about something that really enhances the trading experience for cryptocurrency traders. Now, before I introduce John and before we start talking, you know what to do. bit.ly/CryptoRichOdyssey. If you're watching this on YouTube or on Twitter, come over to bit.ly/CryptoRichOdyssey and follow my work on Odyssey and support me on Odyssey. And if you're watching this on Odyssey, please do subscribe. Same deal if you're watching this on Rumble, because not all my videos go on Rumble. Everything goes on Odyssey. Follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, and join my official Telegram announcements channel. All right, John, thank you so much for making yourself available. So you're going to enhance the trading experience for cryptocurrency traders. How?
Yeah, through Calypso. So Calypso is, if you ever, it all depends on what type of trader you are. If you've ever come from a traditional finance background, you probably know what Bloomberg or FactSet are. And they're a trading terminal. These trading terminals give you all the information you could ever possibly need about a stock or an asset, whatever you need. It doesn't particularly exist in crypto right now. There's multiple sites that aggregate data, but they don't give you the fundamentals that you need. They don't give you the market news that you need. They just don't give you the holistic experience in a comfortable interface that is really needed. Calypso does that. Calypso essentially is the Bloomberg terminal for crypto, but it has a swaps and trading mechanism built in, and it's not just swaps. So you can swap and trade from Ethereum, Cosmos, even some Bitcoin in there. And also you can manage your positions. So think about, you have positions in a liquidity pool. You can manage those, whether you want to remove or add to a liquidity pool. You can also trade NFTs, and some places allow staking of NFTs. You can do that. You can swap your different NFTs, and you can also really just manage your staking positions, and anything that has to do with using a wallet, you can do with Calypso. But the coolest thing is backing it up with all the data. So you have all your market news, all your fundamental analysis, your trading views. You can put your indicators. You can do pretty much anything you could ever need on a centralized exchange on Calypso. So it's really the whole experience for a trader.
Okay, so let me get this. So I don't trade. I'm not. You're from a finance background. Do you want to say a little bit about that?
Yeah, I came from some broker dealers, and I was an advisor for a bit. I was more interested in helping people build successful portfolios, but after a bit, I decided just running my own shop was a better idea. And I eventually worked my way up into getting into crypto, if that makes any sense.
Yep. So what's the big deal for those not from the financial world? What's the big deal about the Bloomberg terminal?
It's got everything. If you wanted to learn about Amazon stock, right? You type in AMZN, enter, and then you have all your market news. You have your different fundamentals. So say if you were a price to equity trader, which is the most basic, most people are a lot more granular than that. But say you were a price to equity trader, it would show your price to equity ratios over the last however much of a period you had, and then you could view all their quarterly and yearly reports. You could have all your information. You can have price movement over a certain time. You can have how much people are buying, how much people are selling, all your volume, any metric about that stock was right there for you, no matter what type of trader you were, whether it's fundamental or technical, momentum swing, doesn't matter. You had all the information about that stock in one place. In an easy-to-use interface. Now you have that with Calypso too.
Okay.
Aggregates data from everywhere.
Okay, so let me just say a little bit with Bloomberg, right? So then, because it's set up by Michael Bloomberg, who's this billionaire now, right? I imagine it's a paid service, or it has different levels.
Oh yeah.
depending upon access and stuff. And so it's incredibly, incredibly useful within the financial space. And you say you're bringing that over to cryptocurrency space, but don't we? I mean, I know of services that provide some of that, like like Binance, a centralized exchange. They have news updates and assets within that. And so, what's wrong with that? How is Calypso an improvement on that?
So you have to think about more who you are as a trader. Calypso, by the way, for all the data and analytics, is completely free to use. So Calypso can be your daily news aggregator if you want. You go to Calypso, you're like, I want to see my daily market roundup. You have your selected currencies. You want to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Atom. Those are your three that you want to see every day. Now you have all the aggregated news for it. You saw Bloomberg, let's say Blackstone just bought $3 million worth of Bitcoin. Awesome. Now you can see that news is popping up there. You can also see these are the big trades that just happened. Or on Atom, you're like, well, this governance proposal just popped up. Now I can view everything about this governance proposal right here. But then you can then go trade in that same place. And the cool thing is, this is not a centralized exchange. You're owning your assets, fully self-custody. And one thing that I haven't even harped on that I think is absolutely amazing, it aggregates your wallet addresses from every blockchain that's supported. And you get to use your email and username and address. So no more remembering 30 different keys, no more having 30 different wallet apps. You now go into Calypso, and you can have your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your Atom, your Solana, whatever asset that we now support, which will be every asset, directly in the same interface. Go and make your swaps and your trades through our aggregated trades mechanism.
Oh, look at that. No, stop it, John, stop it. Right, because with defund finance, that was enough of a head twister. And then what you're doing with MetaMask, and now this? No, it's not possible.
It's all about the user. It's all about the end user, right? Because I come from a traditional mindset, right? It's not about building the craziest tech, because anybody can build the greatest thing in the world. But if nobody can use it, what's the point? So it's all about making great things really easy to use. And that's what we're enabling.
Okay, so then what you're saying, so I got Ethereum, say, in a MetaMask wallet, or let's say Matic, through my MetaMask wallet, and then I've got Bitcoin in my Exodus wallet, and then I've got Atom in my Kepler wallet, and you're saying that through Calypso platform, I'll be able to do swaps between these three different wallets or something, It'll
all be right there. It's almost like it's sounding a lot harder than it really is. You're going to sign up with Calypso with your email address, and all of your wallets are going to be right there. You can push in funds to onboard them through whatever we're going to be using. We're probably going to be using Stripe for this. So Stripe directly onboarding into Calypso. You want to buy Bitcoin, it'll stay in Calypso. You want to buy Ethereum, it'll stay in Calypso. You want to buy Atom, it'll stay in Calypso. And you have all your wallet balances just like you would on a centralized exchange in a fully self-custody manner. There is no third-party custodian here. So it gives you this full centralized exchange experience, everything that they offer in a decentralized, fully self-custody platform.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can manage all your NFTs, all your LP positions, yada, yada, yada. Whatever you want to do in crypto, you can now do it with Calypso with all the data to back it up.
And you said earlier this is free?
So it's free to use all the data, and then there is a transaction fee on every transaction made. That's how we make our money.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So that's in addition to the regular blockchain fee, because I know
correct
with the MetaMask, there's no fee. With the MetaMask project, there's no fee. Defund finance, well, you're launching a token, so then you'll fund yourself through that way, possibly, right? But this one, okay, so there's a slight transaction fee on each transaction, and that funds the project.
Correct.
Which in a way means that for large users, they end up paying more, and those that don't use it very much, they don't pay very much.
Yeah, so right now the initial pricing model, it's just a straight 30-cent fee, but that's going to change. It's actually going to become a volume-based model. It's just figuring out the best way to implement that on the code side. But we know there's a lot of HFT traders, high-frequency traders, and prop shops that they'll do thousands, 10,000s, even a million trades in a day. There's no way they're paying 30 cents to trade on those. We already have them testing it out right now, figuring out what actually makes the most sense from a volume-based perspective. And once they get over a certain threshold, we're like, okay, this is when the volume pricing kicks in, because they're going to be losing money at 30 cents a transaction with that many trades. Like they can't do that.
Yep. And 30 cents, compared to some of the fees on Bitcoin and especially on Ethereum, forget it, right? That's penny. There's nothing at all. Okay. And when is this launching?
This is October.
You're gonna
October. So this is coming soon.
this year, right?
I don't have the exact date because I don't want to say it yet, but it's coming in October. And it's going to have all these different blockchains fully loaded, easy to use interface. I absolutely love it. You're going to be able to get on the wait list, and the more people you share, the more people you get to sign up, the further up the wait list you're going to go. So it's going to be a rolling login. It's not going to be when October thing goes live, open the floodgates. It's going to be after a certain position on the wait list up is going to be available to use it, and then on a rolling basis until a certain period of time.
Okay, and it'll have all the charting features, so I'll be able to trade with.
Full trading view, add your indicators, pretty much say you see your trend lines, you think Bitcoin's going to break a resistance that you set, you'll be able to put that all in, and you'll be able to share it directly to Twitter. So say you're one of those trading influencers, you like to share everybody, tell them all about this amazing trade that you made. Well, now you can share it directly to Twitter through Calypso and tell the whole world about it in a very customizable trading view platform that anyone that's a trader loves to use trading view. So
right, okay, and then because trading view has different tiers. And the paid version has all sorts of indicators that aren't available for the free version. So which indicators will people get through Calypso?
Whichever they need. It's all of them. That's the basis. You're able to have any indicator that you want to use, whether, you put your flags here, your relative strength index, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You got it. So it's more so provided for the traders that are more on the advanced side, right? The ones that are more willing to back up their trades with data, which honestly should be the majority of traders, because was the majority of individual traders in the stock market prior to probably Robinhood. And now more people are just like, oh, what everyone else is doing. That's more of a copy trading perspective. We're not interested in the copy trading. We're more interested in, okay, if you really do your own research, you want to do your own research, Calypso gives you all the data you need for that research and the platform to actually execute on that data.
Okay. And how is it decentralized?
Yeah, so you own your underlying assets. This is all only working aggregating through decentralized exchanges.
Right.
So when on a centralized exchange, it's a third-party custodian that holds your asset for you. You buy and sell from that custodian. Decentralized exchanges, you're buying from other people. You're buying directly from the blockchain, directly from the exchanges living on those blockchains. We're just an aggregator of those exchanges. We're not the exchange itself. We're just aggregating those exchanges, but that allows us to get pretty much every asset you can imagine.
Okay, so in the back end, you'll be going to Uniswap and PancakeSwap and Osmosis and Atomic Dex as well? Because that's
whatever. Yeah, so whatever is so Atomic Dex is a little bit interesting because with the native Bitcoin, we're working with Thorchain right now, right away, because they do have native Bitcoin, but that's a little more centralized because they have it stored in vaults managed by essentially a validator set. So it's not fully centralized, but it doesn't have a centralized aspect to it. But they do have a bunch of Bitcoin available there. You can also access all your WBTC, WE, yada yada yada. But also standard ETH and all these other different assets, because you're going to have those addresses, your native ETH address, your Cosmos address, your Solana address, your Bitcoin address. It's all in there in Calypso. But we aggregate. So we can aggregate whichever DEX. Say there's one asset on this exchange and one asset on this exchange. One asset has a lower price and you can get it faster. Let's do it. This one has a better price. So you can actually get more fine grained. This functionality is going to be rolled out over time, so no guarantees there day one. But you'll be able to select, okay, I want best prices no matter what. If it takes me 30 minutes or 30 seconds, I want to get the best price. I want the fastest time to execution, no matter what. Or I can do a combination. I want best price first and then fastest time after. So if there's two with the same best price and one is a little bit faster, you're going to use that exchange instead. It'll automatically route it through whatever aggregated exchange gets you what you need for your trading strategy.
Okay.
And going back to on defund before, we were talking about defund, all these creative funds and ETFs. What Calypso does is, as a result, it can now aggregate all of these funds wherever they live. So say there's 45 different funds built using defund, 30 of them live on Ethereum, 20 of them live in Cosmos, whatever split you want to call it. You'll be able to go pick. You're like, all right, I want this Cosmos top 10 fund. Let's go buy it. And it'll pull it right from there. And not just pull it, you'll be able to see how it's been trading. What are the underlying assets? What is the volume of this? What are the proportions of the underlying tokens in this fund? So this is all data you're going to be able to pull directly from those underlying funds in Calypso. That's really the whole basis, right? Think about how many times, if you are a trader that does their own research, how many different tabs you have open in your browser just to figure out the most basic stuff about a token. And if you're a fundamental trader, and you want to back it up by different metrics in the industry, there's usually a lot of different tabs you have to open up. Now it's all in the same spot. Just a much better end user experience.
And okay, so that's all the trading stuff. But where are you going to get all the news stuff, and then where are you going to get the news about the different projects?
So we can aggregate directly from the platforms that they're on. One cool thing that we're using is called coinfund.io, and pretty much we can pull coin data directly from this API that aggregates Twitter news or X news, whatever you want to call it, and what people are saying about a specific ticker. So it'll aggregate, this is the top tweet about this one, boom, 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 boom. And we also have different governance aggregators. So like with Commonwealth, for example, they're on the Cosmos ecosystem. They're the governance for most tokens. It'll aggregate directly from Commonwealth and feed it right back in. And I'm actually talking with a couple people about essentially projections, right? So there's just one thing on a ride chain, and I don't know if you've heard of a ride chain. They're a Cosmos-based, really AI-focused Cosmos chain. They're very cool. And one thing that they have is called Nestquant. And from my understanding, Nestquant, they have pretty much algorithmic traders give their predictions. And they have hundreds of them for a single asset. So you can actually aggregate, let's say the average price prediction for this asset from Nestquant. And now you'll have, okay, I think that Bitcoin's going to go to 30,000. Nestquant says, well, we all think it's going to 28,000. Maybe I could think, why do 150 people that are all really good traders think it's going to 28,000 and I think it's going to 30,000 based off my multiples? Let me do a little bit more analysis. Maybe you still think yours is the winning analysis, and that's great to know. But you should still be able to understand what other people think about that asset in comparison to what you think about that asset in a centralized place. And then also all market data we can pull directly from on-chain using interchain querying. We can query the chain data directly from the chains. So if we want to pull, how often an asset's being traded, what blocks it's being sent to, the active pricing, we can do that very easily. And also we can do price oracles from different blockchains that don't have interchain querying. So we can get instant pricing data from Pyth and multiple oracle providers that just allow us to get you the data that you need and make informed trading decisions.
Wow, this is just, I get it. Bloomberg, but oh my god. And then what about news stories? Like you're able to aggregate from signs from Cointelegraph and Coin Republic and others like that.
They all have APIs and they can all get pulled in.
Wow. So yeah, okay. And this is in October. And September is the MetaMask project. And then sometime this year, DeFi Finance.
Correct.
What are you going to be doing next year is what I want to know, right?
We're going to think, I've got a couple, that's the thing. I love to churn out new products that all relate to one another. Thinking about maybe an options exchange or, a couple other crazy things that might be coming out. I've always got a great idea. I've always been talking about maybe even a sports book because, I do love my sports and, everybody loves crypto and betting. So who knows? I've got unlimited ideas. That's the problem. The problem is actually focusing on ideas that we can actually build out right now and focusing on ideas that complement one another. MetaMask, DeFi, and Calypso all complement each other greatly because I can funnel Ethereum users to easily access Cosmos, and those same users can now trade DeFi funds through Calypso. Or is Calypso also going to have full MetaMask support, right? All these different things, they all work to boost one another. And I think once you can align all your products together, then you can pick up more items. Just making sure that you have the bandwidth to manage them all at the same time.
Yes, and make sure you get enough sleep as well, John, because...
Yeah. Well, I do my best. I love coffee. That makes any sense. I love my co-founder loves coffee. I think more than me. He started up a coffee business back in the day, and he owns like some coffee farms and all that fun stuff. He roasts his own beans. I'm like, all right, I'll buy a bag from you this month. I'll support you.
Okay, good. Because your mum told me, tell him to make sure he gets enough sleep.
I'm working on it.
All right. Anything else you want to let us know about Calypso that we haven't covered that's important for people to know?
Just go to the website at getcalypso.xyz. All the information is there. As you share people, you'll get more free transactions. As more people sign up and join the wait list, they're going to get free transactions. You get free transactions. It's more just so that you have enough time to actually try out the platform and give yourself a sticking point. Like, regardless if you're going to use the trading mechanism, I highly suggest just using Calypso as your data source because it's going to have all the data you could ever need for whatever crypto you ever want to research into. Or if you just want general crypto market news as well.
Okay, so let me get this. So I have does it work like this? I have a referral link. People use that referral link. They get on the waiting list. It doesn't cost them anything to use that referral link.
Not at all.
But the more people that use my referral link, then I get more free trades.
More free transactions.
And then they get, when they register, they get a referral link. And they pass that on, they get more free transactions. So it's that
correct. And the person who redeems that referral link also gets a free transaction.
Right. Okay. So then they get a free transaction for using my referral link, which I'll have in the description below, and
Mm.
and it's going to be free to use. Well, sorry,
Yes.
30 cents per transaction, and
Mm.
for large users, you can look at volume based, but that's not going to be any. I don't think
Yeah,
there's FT.
if you're a volume based user, right now you can just DM us on Mystic_Labs or at Get Calypso Dash. There's multiple places where you can get. We'll have the Twitter links in the description, but pretty much you can message us directly if you're a volume based user and you really want to use the platform before volume based pricing goes out. We can talk. But for anyone else, 30 cents a transaction. It's a very small fee, but it accomplishes a lot.
Yep. And is there any KYC or anything?
Nope. Not right now. In the future, I can't rule it out because who knows who comes knocking on my door later. But right now, yeah, free to use for everybody. So go for it.
All right. John, listen, thank you so much. It's been great talking to you. Do check out my other videos with, maybe I call this a series of videos. Right? But check those out. Check out Calypso. Use my affiliate link. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto John signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.